Hello! I'm reviewing Guardians of the Galaxy from 2014. From James Gunn's imagination and Marvel's. And I give Guardians of the Galaxy a 8 out of 10 for mediocre nonsense fun. The standard is what I expect Marvel to do. Not really deliver, but give the bare amount of effort into being was the writing, but mostly relying on jokes and ad-lib and comedic timing that doesn't really pay off always. A lot of times jokes don't really land. I'm not sure what is a joke at this point in this movie. What's not a joke by Marvel Studios? What's not a funny Marvel movie? What's not the standard for Marvel when they don't do nothing but jokes? I don't know. This is the standard for them. Why I give Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy an 8 out of 10. It's funny enough. It has simple, stupid premise, sci-fi experience between rebels and friends becoming allies and team forming the Guardians, getting the Guardians name. Yeah, that's that kind of shit again. And doesn't do anything clever with the story. It just pokes fun at how cliche it's being and put some actual drama in here and there in the movie. Whereas the first Guardians movie. But mostly it's just a cheap biscuit for explosions and jokes. For shits and giggles is this most of the rain goes for. Mixed with cinematic action. And a little dash of some drama to ground these characters in reality, I guess. So we can relate to them, I guess. So I give Guardians Galaxy a 8 out of 10. I guess I recommend this movie enough to say you won't hate it, but you won't walk away feeling indifferent or of a movie. Or after you watch this movie, it just will make you laugh, make you pee your pants at times, probably laughing, and forget about it, like the movie Push with Chris Evans. Is what this plot of a movie feels like. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1. Feels as good as Push or Home Alone 3. Or Inspector Gadget 1 with Matthew Broderick. But not as funny as that movie, I'm sorry. I thought the humor in Inspector Gadget of the Galaxy made me laugh harder than this movie did. The first Guardians movie that James Gunn created. Yep, I put my Christmas tree up all the way by now. I have done that. That's a new stat. My dad ordered that because the stat couldn't fit on the tree. The stem wouldn't fit, but that one fits. So. So, my review on Guardians of the Galaxy is... my thoughts on Guardians of the Galaxy is a fun movie that'll rot your brain cells and kill your brain cells like alcohol. Like Jack Daniels alcohol. Or make you feel tipsy and kill some of your brain cells like Jack Daniels alcohol mixed with weed. Mixed with smoking weed. Like, it's like taking a shot of Jack Daniels alcohol and a shot of any alcohol and then going outside to smoke some weed. Some grass and get high off of it. That's what Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 feels like. The writing feels like that story. When you watch it as it kills your brain cells. It makes you rot your brain. It makes you feel drunk and stoned and a little tipsy. After you watch the movie Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1, brought to you by James Gunn and Marvel Studios. Also known as Disney. Yes, Disney owns Marvel, remember? In Disney we trust. I like Disney. They make some of the best pieces of shit to entertainment ever made. Brought to you by Disney. The company. Disney. Mickey Mouse. Disney makes the best types of entertainment shit known to mankind, let's be honest. They make the best entertaining shit. B-movies phenomenon they're known for making. I give this one of their better B-movies of all time. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1. Called Guardians of the Galaxy. Title as just says Guardians of the Galaxy. I give it 8 out of 10. Now I'm going to review Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 in the same video. Now, I give Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 a 8 out of 10. Guardians of the Galaxy gets an 8 out of 10. Because it's as good as the first one. Just not better. But it's as good as the first one. In the first two Guardians movies, it's as good as the first two Guardians movies. I thought Guardians 3. But Guardians 3, I think, is the best out of the trilogy in the Guardians saga. Brought to by James Gunn and Marvel did. The more I'm thinking about this, Guardians 3 is kind of like You know, I was going to talk Guardians Volume 3. Uh, okay, it's not trying to be as intentionally funny as Volume 3. I mean, Volume 3 is not being intentionally funny as much as Volume 2 was. But it's not... It's also, not trying to be as funny as Volume 1. It's taking a more serious approach, I guess, was the Guardians. However, there's a bunch of story directions I got questions on. There's a few story directions I got questions on after I watched this movie, when Peter was a leader on the Guardians before he retires in this movie, was he ever a competent leader? I don't remember him ever being a competent leader. But Guardians 3 makes it build out that he's supposed to once have been a competent leader, but now he's drinking too much because he's no longer a competent leader because of his loss of his Gamora, his girlfriend, his ex-girlfriend now that's dead. And that died in the events of Avengers Infinity War that this movie references and briefly explains in the events of Guardians 3, Volume 3. I don't get it. I don't remember once Peter Quill being a competent leader, even in Volume 2, or in the Holiday Special. If I remember correctly, all of the Guardians kind of disrespected him and never ever listened to him in the Avengers Infinity War events. And that's the most we saw him taking charge of the Guardians. And they never listened to him. In the most dangerous situation, they charge at Thanos and not listen to them. Their leader, when they said, we have to stick together. So, and hold their position. And they're all just casually walking and exploring in the events of Avengers Infinity War. And this made me think that Star-Lord was never a good leader, because the team doesn't even respect his leadership at all. Not until the third one, I guess, when they but now he's kind of useless now because he's drinking often and getting wasted and during off bars on in bars on through the galaxy, in my know, it feels like the story feels rushed. And, or am I missing something? I just don't remember Star-Lord ever being a competent, good leader. Because his friends never even cared about him being a leader. They didn't respect him as a leader. Not even Rocket Raccoon, because he actually tried to take his position in the events of Avengers Endgame and Infinity War. In Avengers Infinity War. Yeah, the end when they come across Thor in space, floating in space and still alive. So I just don't know why this movie thought that it was a good idea to make Star-Lord a competent leader. Or why does this team, why does Gunn thought it was good to make Star-Lord a once good competent leader when he was never a competent leader to begin with in the MCU? Never showed it. This reference in Volume 3. And we're expected to believe that. Okay, yeah, I don't solve that pill. Star-Lord was never a competent leader. He was a incompetent leader. An incomplete that had his team, and his team never respect him. Leadership. Or listen to him. So that's also I like the villain in this movie. Don't know why they didn't kill him off, considering they killed off all the other main villains in the Guardians movie the first time. And everyone else in this movie dies by the hands of the Guardians that they kill away. So why didn't I kill the High Empress, the big baddie of the film? I don't know. It's stupid on stupid. Makes no sense. Heroes are not that good. Especially the Guardians. They kill all the time. Kill is the answer. I think every Marvel movie has shown me that killing is the answer, is the go-to answer to deal with these big villains. Think about it. How many villains make it alive in these MCU and come back for sequels that are satisfying returns? None of them, really. None of them really come back, and none of them really return ever. So, and the ones that have survived never really come back on the big screen again with the villains, like Abomination, and he came on the small screen with She-Hulk, and now everyone hates Abomination now, okay? Because She-Hulk ruined him, his character right here. I haven't seen that show. I hear terrible things about that Marvel show. She-Hulk, Attorney at Law. Looks terrible from what I've seen of clips on the trailer on the internet. So yeah, I realize I'm getting sidetracked. So the point is, I think it was made more sense that they just killed off the big baddie in the movie. I don't know why they left him alive. Marvel's probably not going to use him again, this character, anytime soon in this decade, or in the phase they're in the multiverse phase, you know? And, that's why Guardians 3 gets a 8 out of 10. That's my thoughts on Guardians Volume 3. I give it 8 out of 10. Okay. That's my review on Guardians 1 and Guardians 3. From Marvel Studios. Hit the thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. Goodbye.